Good evening, everybody, and welcome to An Evening at XQ, sponsored by Best Sleep Center and Little Brown Jug. My name is Sarah Lamontagne, and I will be your host this evening. As you know, XQ strives to showcase local talent, whether it be photographers, mixed media artists, and of course, local musicians. Tonight, we have the pleasure of welcoming Winnipeg's very own bilingual singer-songwriter, Justin LaCroix.
Merci beaucoup. Thanks for being here. How was the food? All right. This one started in front of a restaurant. I was jogging one morning and came across this sushi restaurant, and there was a sign in the window that said, "Musicians wanted for live night." I said, "That's weird, man. Music in a sushi restaurant. I'm in." So I went in, and I still go play at Take in Yasko's place. And once upon a time, when we were having some beers around, a couple of guitars, this little dream popped up. It's called Ticket to Tokyo.
Hawking my stuff and buying a ticket to Tokyo. Hear the cherry blossoms all about to come out. I need a new dream, I need a new dream. Why not one bathed in pretty pink petals? Hawking my stuff and buying a ticket to Tokyo. I'll call when I get in. Mama, say a prayer for me. Papa, trying out warrior. Brothers, I've been thinking about you. I'll be home soon. Baby, I try not to cry as I leave. I know it hurts, but it's good to know we still bleed. Now I got to go with this alone. It's just some things you gotta do on your own. So I'm hawking my stuff and buying a ticket to Tokyo. Hear the cherry blossoms all about to come out. I need a new dream, I need a new dream. Why not one bathed in pretty pink petals? Hawking my stuff and buying a ticket to Tokyo. I'll call when I get in. Please don't ask me what's waiting for me. Don't know, but I need to go and see. Sometimes it's not about right or where you go. Sometimes you just gotta follow your soul. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? But I hope you'll still be here with me. No matter the distance that comes in between. All I have to do is think of you and it just disappears. So I'm hawking my stuff and buying a ticket to Tokyo. Hear the cherry blossoms all about to come out. I need a new dream, I need a new dream. Why not one bathed in pretty pink petals? Hawking my stuff and buying a ticket to Tokyo. I'll call when I get in. I'll call when I get in. I'll call when I get in.
Thank you very much. So I did end up going to Japan, and it so happened that I was going during cherry blossom season, and so I road trip out to BC to fly out, and I got to Vancouver Island to see my brother, and the cherry blossoms were full bloom, and I was like, no, not yet. But it's good to know you don't have to go all the way to Japan to see them. I do recommend it, though.
Where I come from ain't so different than where you come from. where I'm going to is exactly where you've come to. The only difference is a story of how we've come to be. Time for us to tell our story. We are where we ought to be. Now if you told me you would be my all, I'd have to let you be. Not mine but yours, for yours is the only one for you to be. Now if you told me you would leave, I'd have to set you free. Who am I to say who or where you ought to be? It's all a part of your story, of how you've come to be. Time for you to tell your story. You are where you ought to be. Please forgive me if this isn't what you want from me. Well, this is what you get, and right now it's exactly what you need. Forgive me, you're the one you're setting free. Forgive me and set yourself free. What's this beauty that I behold all around me? And what's this peace I'm overcome with when I'm slow to stay with me? It's all a part of my story, of how I've come to be. Time for me to tell my story, and I am where I am to be. I'm where I am to be. Oh, oh, I'm where I am to be. Oh, 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 oh.
Merci beaucoup.
So the lyrics you just said, one of them was, I am where I'm meant to be. And I was wondering if there was a moment in your life when you decided that being a musician was the right path for you, when you decided that this is what you were meant to be.
It was a sad part in my life. I grew up one of four boys in Franco-Manitoban family, and everything was kind of cookie cutter, and I guess I was just following the kind of normal plan, which is like go to high school, go to university, get a good job, buy a house, get a car and a wife, and have kids, and that's a good life. And it is, I'm sure, for anybody who has that. I decided I'd get a guitar. No, I played before that, but when I was 22, I'd gone through university. It was kind of community college thing, and was working in computers for the Franco-Manitoban School Division. I lost a brother when I was 22, and that just kind of stopped everything for me, and made me question what I was doing with my life, what I wanted to be doing, and kind of ask that question. And music was always something that I loved, and discovered that I discovered through that it was something that I wanted to do, and there was something I wanted to share with this, and so since then there's just kind of been like people pushing me along the way, and somebody pushed me up onto this stage. So I am where I'm to be. Yeah. Thank you.
And this next song, "Lovers Weep," this title itself has a bit of a sadder tone to it than the last two songs. So could you maybe speak to that a little bit and what it's
No,
about?
I have such a hard time with it because it's like, why did I do that? I guess I've never been lucky with. I don't know if it has anything to do with luck. I haven't acquired the tools to make love work yet. But I looked at somebody and I was like, I will only break your heart, and I was like, oh geez. And I didn't. So I never talked to her because I was like, I like you, but it's not gonna work. So I bypassed the whole courtship and dating and falling in love and then the breakup, and so I went straight to the song that comes after the breakup.
Something great came out of it then. A great song, perhaps.
And one thing I like to do with my songwriting is make it so that I can adapt it or sing it to somebody else or to a different person from a different place, something I can grow with, and this one's been interesting to kind of look at in a bigger way, in that like kind of all relationships at some point in time there's going to be hurt, and whether we all die someday, and usually we don't all die at the same time. Some dinosaurs will be like, ooh. So there's just that's like something that if you want to love, then you'll have to accept the hurt that comes at some point in time, and it's still worth it. So that's what I try to pull out of this song now.
Well, everybody, Lovers Weep.
Sorry for anybody who's gotten close up on my hands. I was doing some bicycle maintenance yesterday. Jeez, I should have really scrubbed it a little better. We do this thing where you do like a take two.
I will only break your heart. I think it better if we never start. We'll come falling like the rain. Oh baby, don't let us do this again. No matter how we start, in the end we'll only hold the stars. I will only break your heart. I will only break your heart. Still you call with those eyes, and a love that defies. Draw me back into the fold, all ablaze despite what is told. I will only break your heart. I think it better if we never start. We'll come falling like the rain. Oh baby, don't let us do this again. No matter how we start, in the end we'll only hold the stars. I will only break your heart. I will only break your heart. Yet we plunge, fumbling fools, intertwined, hunger rules, sinking deep, darkness sweeps, silence chills, lovers weep. I will only break your heart. I think it better if we never start. We'll come falling like the rain. Oh baby, don't let us do this again. No matter how we start, in the end we'll only hold the stars. I will only break your heart. I will only break your heart.
Merci. Merci beaucoup. Does anybody get frustrated sometimes with the cards they're dealt? This one came from observing somebody else's frustration. My bassist's 4-year-old boy, Alex, if you're watching, Alex, hello. He's just kind of being a crazy boy, and I was like, man, there's something he's trying to get out, and I grabbed a guitar and started doing it. And Joel, my bassist, pokes his head around the corner and he says, "What is that?" And I said, "I don't know. It's just something I'm playing." He's like, "No, it's a song. Do it." And so I this one came full circle. It's called "Out in the Streets."
What did I see? Will I ever know? It peered in my eye, straight into my soul. Out in the streets, out in the streets, my blood runs cold, my blood runs cold. I can't feel my feet, I can't feel my feet. Something's got a hold, something's got a hold. My vision's getting weak, I'm losing control. Under the beat, under the beat, I can't let go, I can't let go. Slipping through the gears, caught in that undertow. I can't take the heat, I can't take the heat. Something's gonna blow, something's gonna blow, something's gonna blow. gotten pretty bleak. It's gotten pretty bleak. Pull over my cloak. Pull over my cloak. I fall to my knees. I fall to my knees. Please take me home. I need some rock me in your arms. I need something sweet and low before it starts all over. Please take me home. I need some rock me in your arms. I need something sweet and low before it starts all over. Please take me home. I need some rock me in your arms. I need something sweet and low before it starts all over. Please take me home. I need some rock me in your arms. I need something sweet and low before it starts all over. Please take me home. I need some rock me in your arms. I need something sweet and low before it starts all over. Before it starts all over.
Merci beaucoup.
The song you just played, as well as most of the songs we'll be hearing tonight, is from your most recent album, Sweet Time of Mine, which came out about a year ago, and that will be available for purchase after the show if any of you are
Got a
interested.
drawing of me with my long hair I had before I went to the lawnmower.
And your first album came out in 2005. It was called Boogeyman. How has your music evolved since your first album that was released 13 years ago?
Like a stew. Like a stew, you like keep adding stuff to, like you eat a little bit of it and then you like add more ingredients, and so I would say it still comes from the same place. I mean, I write from my own experience, from my observations, and you just kind of accumulate. You learn that some things you don't necessarily need anymore along the way. Maybe like take the potatoes out because they started falling apart or something like that in your stew, or I don't know, or you decided. But essentially, thanks, Wojcik. That was a moment. I would say it's just evolved as a person does.
And you had mentioned that a lot of your inspiration comes life experiences. I was also wondering, are there any particular artists who have inspired you over the years? Any idols?
Mostly Corey Wojcik. And Lisa Windsor. Those are the only two. That's all I know. There's tons. After that, there were a few minor influences, like Taj Mahal, Martin Sexton, the band, Dave Matthews Band, Bobby Brown, Boys to Men, all sorts of stuff in there. My dad was a music man, so we had a basement full of records and tapes, and I would occasionally go down there, but I remember that the music, basically pop music from all time, from all music industry time, came in here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Blue Rodeo, Bare Naked Ladies.
And would you say that your music falls under a certain style, or would you say it's a mix of many different styles that come together to create something beautiful? I think we would all agree. Yeah.
I was forced on you. You have to. Yeah. Well, I'd say it's just kind of like a stew as well. I listen to. I like a lot of different music, and I try not to dictate how it's going to come out. It just kind of comes out in a certain way. Often I play like some kind of bluesy stuff when I'm just picking up the guitar, but then it goes.
Well, I'm sure we're all looking forward to hearing your next song, Gabrielle.
Anybody ever been to Chicago? I haven't. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Because I usually like the little like dream of going somewhere will pop up, and then you kind of wait for the right pieces to fall into place so that you can start working towards it. So a place to stay is always good. I don't know. It's a place that's kind of I've been curious about Chicago. Maybe it's because of they have a blues history and there's something there. It's windy, like Winnipeg. It feels like home, I guess, probably. But when I was working on this song, this line "Sur la route vers Chicago" came up, which is on the road to Chicago, and so I wanted to know, beyond the windy city, like where was I going? So I like finding out the origins of names and words, and it comes from a First Nations tongue, and would have resembled Chicago originally, and means wild onion or wild garlic. That's why the pizza's so good there. It's the best. But it was known as a place to go for healing, because we all know you just if you're sick, you eat a bunch of garlic and onions and you're good to go. Because everybody who's got germs stays away from you because they're like, ugh. All this to say, this song became a bit of a song to healing, and it's called Gabrielle.
Sur la route vers Chicago, je m'apprête à faire nouvelle peau, faire tomber l'autre. Oh, j'hésite à faire le saut. Je t'appelle, je chante tout haut. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, je ne suis pas maître de tout ça, je ne suis que hache, porteur et croix. Toi la voix, Gabrielle, Gabrielle. Sur la route vers Chicago, je m'accroche une fois de trop. Encore une force. Oh, atterri sur le bord de l'eau, je lave mes plaies, j'écris tout haut. Oh, Gabrielle, Gabrielle, qu'est-ce que je viens foutre là? Je me trompe pas. Dis-le-moi, Gabrielle, Gabrielle. Sur la route vers Chicago, je danse la vie avec les crapauds, faire tomber l'eau. Oh, Toutes les routes mènent là, que je le vois, que je le vois pas. Peu importe comment, pourquoi, que de savoir que tu es là. Ma foi, Gabriel, 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 Gabriel. Sur la route vers Chicago, sur la route vers Chicago, sur la route vers Chicago, sur la route vers Chicago.
Merci beaucoup. Oh, to your health. Santé, oui. What's that? One more time. Mr. Bouillabaisse. Oh, this. I'll use that in my bio. My next bio will be just LaCroix. Bouillabaisse. What?
No mind, just reeling away sometime, standing in line. Dude can't seem to make up his mind. Like Neil, I'm getting old. My coffee's getting cold. Spice slowly driving me crazy. Still waiting on you to ask me, can you get me out of here? Can you get me out of here? Just put me in your pocket. Let's kick it. If only you'd ask me. If only. If only you'd ask me. In the meantime, I'll keep casting out the light and singing out my heart for the folks in the shipyard. When you're coming round, I wanna hear you shake the ground. I wanna feel heavier, like the whole world is inside me. And I'd ask you, can you get me out of here? Can you get me out of here? Just put me in your pocket. Oh, let's kick it. If only you'd ask me. If only you. Can you get me out of here? Can you get me out of here? Just put me in your pocket. Let's kick it. If only you'd ask me. If only you'd ask me. Oh, if only
Thank you. I should have warned you guys, that was a samba. We could start over again, see if there's any dancers. Thank you very much to XQs and the crew here for the warm welcome. I came over for a sound check on Monday, and Paulo was just a very nice person to come in contact with that evening. It was just it felt really nice to be welcomed here. So thank you very much for having me, and the whole crew here is just beautiful people. So thank you.
Sorry if I sometimes get a little out of hand. Sorry if I get a little pushy now and again, but I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, I'm trying to give my all. I'm trying to do my best, cause mine is all I got. Trying to do my best, not just for me, but for us all. Trying to do my best for all you good people. Ooh. Sorry if I stayed a little too long again last night. Mostly sorry because I heard some look up at the light, but I was feeling on the road. Maybe a little invincible. I was feeling on the road cause I was feeling all the love. Feeling on the road cause the groove was real good. Feeling on the road, feeling all you good people. Ooh. Sorry if I disappear without leaving a hand. Sometimes I can't help it, my soul's got a mind for wandering. I'm here with you now. Yeah, I'm here to tell you how. I'm here with you now. Here to tell you what. Here with you now, and I ain't gonna give you up. Here with you now, here with all you good people. Ooh. Sorry if I sometimes get a little out of hand. Sorry if I get a little pushing on again, but I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, I'm trying to give my all. I'm trying to do my best, cause mine is all I got. Trying to do my best, not just for me, but for us all. Trying to do my best for all you good people. Ooh. I'm trying to do my best for all you good people. Ooh. I'm trying to do my best for all you good people. I'm trying to do my best for all you good people.
Thank you very much. No more harmonica. That's it. This one's called J'entonne, which translates to I intone or I sound out. that moment when between like deciding what you're gonna say or well, it's not between, it's when your vocal cords start vibrating when you're just about to make sound, that thing. Or I equate it to like when you start moving when the nerves engage to like activate the muscles that are gonna move your foot so that you can take a step in a certain direction. Every tiny little move in the past made it so that we were all sitting together this evening. So I like thinking about that once in a while. Thinking about my past mistakes. I was like, well, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be here with you guys right now. So, not a mistake. No. It's pretty awesome, though, this thing. À nouveau sur le chemin des 4 fils, j'aime bien cette rue. Douce quiétude me berce dans mes pas. Je me sens plus près de moi. Je me sens plus près pour moi. Je laisse passer les questions qui ne concernent pas. Je laisse passer les klaxons qui sonnent bas. J'avance dans ce beau silence d'une légèreté étonnante et j'entends You won't know till you know. You won't know till you know. It doesn't matter if you listen or dig your head in the snow. Oh, je suis pas le premier à passer par ici, ni serais-je le dernier à vouloir enfuir. Tout ce que je sais, c'est qu'au fond, j'ai ce grand désir d'être bien avec moi, d'être bien avec toi. Faire face à ces peurs qui d'en dessous me déchirent, d'aimer plus fort que je ne puisse en revenir. Je m'arrête, je respire et j'attends, j'entends. You won't know till you know. You won't know till you know. It doesn't matter if you listen or dig your head in the snow. You won't know till you know. You won't know till you know. All we can do is hang on, find someone to hold. Le vent se lève et j'ai l'envie, je veux le suivre. Le vent se lève et moi aussi, je me lui confie. Je m'incline, je m'abandonne et j'entends. You won't know till you know. You won't know till you know. It doesn't matter if you listen or dig your head in the snow. You won't know till you know. You won't know till you know. All we can do is hang on, find someone to hold. Ooh. Oh, oh. Merci beaucoup.
In those last few songs, two of them were written or partially written in French, specifically Gabrielle and J'entends. As a bilingual songwriter who writes both in French and in English, how has this affected your songwriting process? Est-ce que parfois, I mean, oh no, now I'm thinking in my French brain and I can't get it out.
Okay, you can ask me in French and I can repeat the question in English
Okay.
and as I answer.
Est-ce que de temps en temps, tu remarques que tu penses à quelque chose en français et ensuite tu penses, ah, c'est parfait, mais ensuite la prochaine ligne est en anglais. Donc, tu sais pas trop comment les mettre ensemble.
No. I was just kidding. That was just a joke for like... The question... It's like the worst interviewee. No, yes, no. So the question was whether or not when I'm songwriting, if I'm working on something and then in English, say, and then I come up with a next line that's in French. Like, what do I do with that? That was, or if it happens, and I guess that last song was an example, and it wasn't. No, actually, generally, if I'm writing if I'm writing in French, I'm writing in French, and it's pretty. Sometimes I'll think of the word in English, but it's not necessarily a sentence or a phrase. Usually, if I'm working in a certain language, what happened with that last song is that I was walking through Paris and kind of stopped here and there to do some writing that night, and so there were a few entries, and one of them was in English, and it happened to be on the opposite page to something when I picked up my guitar the next morning to work on it. It was just there and it fit. So that's actually, I think, the only song where I mix the two. That's not true. There's another one where there's a few things, but generally, if I'm working on writing in one language, I'll usually continue with it. It's rare that I like with Franco-Manitobans. We'll be like we'll flip from French to English from one sentence to the other to the next, or mid-sentence we'll flip back and forth, but for some reason it doesn't really happen in writing.
We call it franglais.
Yeah.
So it's a mixture of français and anglais, even
Like
though we say
Franglish,
anglais and
like, yeah.
Franglish, yeah. And you had mentioned that you were in Paris, so you've traveled quite a bit with your music. What would be some of your most memorable moments as a musician or on stage?
She told me she was going to ask me this question. I never have these answers because tonight has now dislodged the former number one. There's one venue I played in Paris, which is a theater called. I remember the place. I don't remember the name. Oh, this is embarrassing. We'll cut that part out, right? Or not. That's fine. This is like an old Templar Knights cave, basically. It's underground, and there's these amazing venues in Paris that are underground, and I'm a little claustrophobic, so I don't always do well in that kind of place. This wasn't too far underground, so it was still okay, but there's something magical about that. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know, because I could start. I think there's just sometimes there's a moment in a song that just feels like everything's in the right place and your attention's there, and then it's like everybody's kind of focusing their energy in the same point, and I've had that happens once in a while, and those are the moments that I don't necessarily remember all of them, but that feeling is incredible. It's like, yeah, out of this world.
Well, you have two more songs for us this evening. I'm sure that we're all looking forward to hearing it. So a round of applause for Justin LaCroix's last two songs.
Merci.
It's been 77 days and I can't wait to see your face light up when I walk through the door. To hold you tight, to kiss you goodnight, is all I could ever ask for. I'm coming home to you as fast as these tired wings will let me. Coming home to you as the crow flies. I forever will be true. No matter how far these winds will take me, I'll always come home to you as the crow flies. Now it knows me who ran away. Don't know how long I expected you to wait. Don't know why we had to, but here we are, still standing under the same moon. Tonight as I sing to you from 2,000 miles away, I'll sing strong and true so you might hear me. Suddenly I see you standing right there in front of me. I know a part of me you will always be. I'm coming home to you as fast as these tired wings will let me. Coming home to you as the crow flies. I forever will be true. No matter how far these winds will take me, I'll always come home to you as the crow flies. I'll always come home to you as the crow flies.
Merci beaucoup. Thanks to Tom on sound. Sound guy is like, I don't know. I'm trying to like what's it's sound like sound guy is like the you know. He's like the gopher on the golf course. He can either push the ball into the hole for you, or he can like kick it into the sand pit. Sorry for... Tom's been pushing my ball into the hole. I think sounds great up here for me, so it's... Oh, thank you very much. One thing that I don't ever get to hear what it sounds like out in the room, and there's some like really nice rooms that I've gotten to play. One of the moments that fun moments was I got to open for Little River Band at the Burton Cummings Theatre. That was like, you're opening for a big band and a big theater, and you're like, oh, people are just going to be talking through the whole set, and it's all right. I still get to play at the Burton Cummings Theatre, and it'll be cool. And they turn on the lights, and I walk out, and it was like I practically got a standing ovation just for walking out. It was such a beautiful audience, and anyhow, so I was just trying to say that you never get to hear what it sounds like out in the room, and so when it can sound good on stage as well, and I know it sounds good out there because I can hear it kind of. So thanks, Tom. I was like, the last song is always like, oh, what else do I want to tell them though? Thank you very much.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, the best way to start the day. On a sunny Sunday morning in the heart of May. No worries on my mind, a guitar on my lap, and you by my side. Sweet time of mine, sweet time of mine. Like laundry on the line, sweet time of mine. Now June took a turn to make me learn yet another little game. Ain't it funny how seemingly random should throw you for a spin? Just when I thought I might slip right off, well, I've hung on and wondered how I'd ever lost the sweet time of mine, sweet time of mine. Like laundry on the line, sweet time of mine. Back on the porch this morning, sipping on tea and blowing my horn. Feels like the world's swinging along. There's still so much I don't yet know. I guess I keep strutting ahead, trusting my belly over my head. Wherever I may roam, wherever she may blow. Like laundry on the line, sweet time like laundry on the line. Like laundry on the line, sweet time of mine.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight at an evening at Excuse. A big thank you to our sponsors, Best Sleep Center, as well as Little Brown Jug, and an especially huge thank you to Justin LaCroix for the incredible performance tonight.
Oh,
Merci
à toi.
beaucoup.
Merci, Sarah. Merci beaucoup.